Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we have something so freaking exciting. We're gonna be trying new skincare. That for me is already like the most terrifying thing in the world ever, as I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. Just because like being acne prone, having a history with acne, it's just one, it's so expensive and timely, but it's also just draining, like trying new products, it not working, or feeling like you wasted your money on something. It's just not a good feeling, right? But anyways, today I've partnered with Norse Organics. Now, I'm not sure if you've ever heard of them, but I saw them on Instagram Reels. So they do a lot of short form content towards advertisement, which is what I saw, and it's all very acne based. They actually reached out to me because of my acne video, which I posted, which got a few thousand views, which I wasn't expecting, but nevertheless super grateful because I love sharing my journey. With that all being said, Norse Organic, they were nice enough to send me 3 different products. So this is their Acne Killer Kit. It's $99 retail. It comes with the Acne Killer Night Balm, the Acne Killer Day Balm, and the Open Pores Acne Scrub. If you've ever struggled with acne and felt like nothing really worked long term, like I totally understand that. As for my credentials, I'm sure you're wondering because I don't really have much acne now. 2 years ago was the worst time of my life. Honestly, I had hormonal and cystic acne. It was so terrible. It was all over my face. I can't even say it was just in, like my cheeks or like a little bit of my forehead. It was all over my face. Again, I had severe cystic acne, I would say, for about 6 to 7 months before my medication and my treatments completely cleared that. I want to tell you a little bit more about Norse and what's even in their products. Our first balm will be the Acne Killer Day Balm. This is what it looks like as for packaging. In my opinion, this is not the best packaging ever for skincare. One, because I'm having to touch and unscrew this, but also even while filming, the exfoliating, which I'll show you in a little bit, it's a powder and it literally spilled everywhere and I just wasted some product. So I think a good thing as for Norse to do to improve their product would be the packaging. I do like, obviously it's so compact, you can take it wherever, but even a dip kind of scares me as an acne prone girly just because I don't know how clean my hand was the last time that I used the product, and I've just never really liked scooping products. I like a pump or being able to squeeze it out of a tube, if that makes sense, because I know that product inside is clean. However, this has been opened however many times, it could be a little dirtier. It's just things that you think about when you're like seriously acne prone and don't want acne. You have to think about all these things because acne is dirt, acne is oil. This is the day balm. You can see it is a balmy consistency. I as well have never used a balm on my face, so it was really interesting. The first time I opened this, I was like, I don't really know what to expect, to be honest, but I do like the consistency. As for spreading it around, I feel like it spreads quite easily. I'll show you in the demo as well, just kind of what that looks like. As for ingredients and what makes this organic, this day balm contains a water-free blend of cold-pressed oils and plant extracts, including safflower seed oil, beeswax, and pomegranate seed oil. You may be wondering, what did I just say? So I learned that the safflower oil and the beeswax helps just to moisturize your skin without clogging your pores. I would say this does have a very hydrating effect, but overall the product is very clean and follows the name. It is very organic. This here is the Acne Killer Night Balm. So as for consistency, I would say that this is just slightly thicker of a balm, but the product that helps most in this, because they are very similar on the ingredient list, would be the Marigold. It really does help soothe redness, irritation, so it helps actually fight that acne, which makes sense why the morning would be more hydrating and then the night actually be combating that acne, but they both are combating acne, which is awesome. Here I have the Open Pores Acne Scrub. One of the ingredients that really stood out to me was rice flour. Rice is just so beneficial for soothing redness. Also hyperpigmentation. I feel like it really evens out your skin if you use anything with rice. So I was really happy to see that in here. It makes sense why it's organic. And then they also do have apricot kernel powder. So that's the actual physical grains that you see in there that help to exfoliate the skin, help with that hyperpigmentation. Again, I mean, the steps of acne, you get the acne, you clear the acne, probably going to be some hyperpigmentation that you got to cure after that. So that's really beneficial to make sure that you're exfoliating all that dead skin off so it can reveal the new baby healed skin. Now let's get into the fun part, the freaking demo. Let's go, chat. Okay, chat, welcome to my bathroom. You know what that means? It's demo time, baby. So I just kind of want to show you how I've been using the products, just in case you want to get in and try it yourself or you're just interested. So it is daytime. Just got out the shower, so I'm all squeaky clean. And we're gonna go with the Open Pores Acne Scrub. It's very important to have like super dry hands because you don't want to have like any water accidentally get in here. On the package as well, it says that it could possibly lead to mold, which obviously we do not like mold. One, airborne, but also on our face, you know? So we're just gonna grab a wee little bit. I usually just like pinch it, if that makes sense. And then I'm gonna go on ahead and put it in the palm of my hand and add just a little bit of water. I'm gonna go on ahead and rub it through my hand. And I'm just gonna rub it across my face. Okay, now that that's all washed off, I look like I just went swimming. That's kind of the goal though. I feel like if you're not drenched in water after washing your face, not in the shower, what are we doing? And this is the, again, Acne Killer Day Balm. So you can see I use quite a bit. The thing with Norse Organics is that I really like, obviously, the organic products. A lot of times in my skincare, and as I've mentioned before, I use a lot of like heavy active ingredients. And what I've noticed with that is that my skin isn't normal. It looks so beautiful and glassy and glossy, but I can't go swimming, you know, without my face peeling off. All I do really is I just like kind of scoop a wee little bit, like that amount on my fingertips. And I just rub it on my thinnest fingers and I'll just kind of dot it like this first. And then I'll rub it in over. So this is right after applying the day balm. Super glossy. I would say my skin feels very hydrated. It is a different approach than like the moisturizer I've been using for the past 2 years that, you know, has never failed me. But also really important to try new products and see, always have like a backup option too. But I like it, I'm pretty glossy. So that's it for the demo. Let's go on to the next segment of this video. Welcome back from the demo. I hope there was some fun and something that you learned from that. But as for the nighttime balm, I just cleanse my face and then I put this on as night. I have been using it for the past few days, so not for as long as I would, you know, normally like to test a product before letting you know my opinions. Again, as I said previously, this is a paid sponsorship, but they aren't paying me to say positive things or negative things. They truly want my opinion on the product, so that's what I'm gonna give. I would say that I enjoy the balms more than the exfoliant itself. Using a lot of chemical exfoliants, I just know how good they work, but I also know that they're not the best on sensitive skin. I would say for me, I like using a good amount of product, but this little tin is gonna last you probably 1 to 3 months, I'd say, if you don't get it wet on the inside and properly follow the instructions. That to me is just so difficult because, again, I just spilled some of this everywhere. Like, I don't know how you're expected to open up this tin of powder and be able to use this on your skin. Like, how hygienic is this at the end of the day, really? So that freaks me out just a little bit. So I would rank this one the last one that I prefer out of all 3 of the bundles. But if you were looking for an organic scrub with like no fragrances and actually organic, this isn't a bad option. I would rank it on like a scale of 1 to 10, like a 6 out of 10, honestly. The packaging is really what gets me, but I do like the product itself. Moving on to the Acne Killer Night Balm, I would rank this in 2nd place out of the 3 just because it is heavier of a balm. My worry with this is it clogging. I'm pretty sure it's like non-comedogenic and not meant to clog your pores, but just with it being a heavier balm, I could see that happening. I actually really like this. The day balm is, okay, it's cute, it's quaint. Again, the packaging could be better, but at least with the balms, it's not like falling out everywhere. But this is number 1, just because the way that it like smooths out on your skin is so nice and it doesn't leave you looking greasy. I feel like a lot of balms leave you looking a little greasy, and that's not what I'm going for all the time. I'm already like generally pretty shiny, so having something that's a balm that's hydrating and not greasy, that's like a 3-in-1. I love it. Again, number 1. So overall, I would recommend these products for anybody struggling with acne, but just with the understanding that it's not exactly how I cleared my acne per se. I do already have kind of that clear skin. I went through my hormonal and cystic acne by clearing it with harsher chemicals and treatments. However, for aftercare, I'm so interested in stop using all those chemicals and stop putting all of that in my skin. Having something organic that's like being penetrated in your skin and in your body, I think is super important. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. I was just so excited to get this out to you all and try a product that I've been seeing advertised all over my Instagram and TikTok feed. So finally being able to see it for myself and collab with this brand has been such an amazing opportunity and honestly so fun. And if you're interested in getting the product, I would recommend it just to try it out. You don't know what's gonna work to heal your acne before you try it. Genuinely. Like, I had no idea that those treatments were gonna work so good, but I went in and I paid for it and I tried it and it worked. You will never get to somewhere different if you don't do anything different to get there. And that's what I live by, and that's how I view my skincare. Now that I found things that I do like, I am very consistent and I keep mainly to the same thing. So even trying these new products were kind of, out of the norm for me. But for me to kind of like them also means a lot because I don't try many products. So it's been really fun to change up my skincare a little bit these past few days and just to give you the honest review. But again, thank you so much for watching. And if you did enjoy, please smash that like and subscribe button. And if you have any questions at all, I would love to answer them and just chat with you down below. Tell me how your day was. Like, I love communicating with you guys. And if there's anything else that you want to see, let that down below. Anyways, I hope you have a great night, day, midday, whenever you're watching this. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Peace out.